Mullah is derived from the Arabic word mawla, meaning vicar, master, and guardian. However, since this word is used ambiguously in the Quran, some publishers have described its usage as a religious title as inappropriate. The term is sometimes applied to a Muslim man, educated in Islamic theology and sacred law. In large parts of the Muslim world, particularly Iran, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, Azerbaijan, Afghanistan, Eastern Arabia, Turkey and the Balkans, Central Asia, the Horn of Africa and other parts of the Indian subcontinent, it is the name commonly given to local Islamic clerics or mosque leaders. The title has also been used in some Mizrahi and Sephardic Jewish communities to refer to the community's leadership, especially religious leadership. Mullah and its variation mullah have also degenerated into a derogatory term for a Muslim priest that connotes a semi-literate, backward, often bigoted village imam. Quote. Although, interestingly enough, the Holy Quran stridently denounces priesthood, the mullahs act virtually as priests, and presume it to be their sole prerogative to interpret Islam. Ideally, a trained mullah will have studied the traditional Islamic sciences not limited to. Certain mullahs will also specialize in certain fields after completing the above foundational studies. Common fields to specialize in are. Such figures often have memorized the Quran and historically would memorize all the books they studied. However, in the modern era they instead memorize the founding books of each field. Uneducated villagers may frequently classify a literate Muslim with a less than complete Islamic training as their mullah or religious cleric. Mullahs with varying levels of training lead prayers in mosques, deliver religious sermons, and perform religious ceremonies such as birth rites and funeral services. They also often teach in a type of Islamic school known as a madras. Three kinds of knowledge are applied most frequently in interpreting Islamic texts for matters of Sharia, i.e., Islamic law. Mullahs have frequently been involved in politics, but only recently have they served in positions of power, since Islamists seized power in Iran in 1979. In Syria, political militant groups supported by the West have taken root. The term is most often applied to Shiite clerics, as Twelver Shia Islam is the predominant tradition in Iran. However, the term is very common in Urdu, spoken throughout Pakistan, and it is used throughout the Indian subcontinent for any Muslim clergy, Sunni or Shia. Muslim clergy in Russia and other former Soviet republics are also referred to as mullahs, regardless of whether they are Sunni or Shia. The term has also been used among Persian Jews, Bukharan Jews, Afghan Jews, and other Central Asian Jews to refer to the community's religious and or secular leadership. In Kafeng, China, the historic Chinese Jews who managed the synagogue were called mullahs. Outside of Eastern Arabia, which has a long Shiite tradition and numerous Shiite minorities, the term is seldom used in other Arabic-speaking areas where its nearest equivalent is often sheikh. In the Sunni world, the concept of cleric is of limited usefulness, as authority in the religious system is relatively decentralized. The term is frequently used in English, although English-speaking Muslim clergy rarely call themselves mullahs. It was adopted from Urdu by the British rulers of India and subsequently came into more widespread use. It is sometimes used in a derogatory and humorous form, to mock Gnostically religious men. Until the early 20th century, the term mullah was used in Iranian Hauzas to refer to low-level clergy who specialized in telling stories of Ashura, rather than teaching or issuing fatwas. In recent years, at least among Shia clerics, the term Ruhani has been promoted as an alternative to mullah and akhu, free of pejorative connotations. In Iran, the usual dress of a mullah is a turban. The abba is usually made either of brown wool or of black muslin. It is sleeveless but has holes through which the arms may be inserted. The turban is usually white, but those who claim descent from the Prophet Muhammad traditionally wear a black turban.